The Iranian missile strike on a U.S. base in Iraq last week left dozens of American troops with traumatic brain injuries, some of which were slow to be diagnosed. It's just one example of the kind of invisible injury addressed by a pioneering government program. Only on CBS This Morning, Catherine Herridge got an inside look. Catherine, good morning.
Well, Tony, good morning. It's so rare to hear directly from these special operations forces who take on some of the most difficult missions. And as the nation leans on them and their families once again, this unique program is helping them to heal and stay in the fight.
One of my first deployments to Afghanistan, we had a very rough go of it.
You lost a lot of your team.
At the time, I didn't realize how traumatic it was to me. And then years later, I'm still thinking about it and I'm still dealing with it.
After 8 major deployments since 9/11, Green Beret Sergeant Major John Fischetti knows, better than most, the physical and emotional cost of service.
Was it hard to ask for help?
Yes, it was. There's a lot of misunderstanding with the younger soldiers. They think that if they tell the command or they tell somebody that they have a problem, that's going to look bad on them.
Career killer.
A career killer, yeah. But the thing is, it's the furthest thing from the truth.
Instead, a revolutionary approach at the Tampa VA hospital is helping to treat the unseen wounds of war.
Are you ready?
CBS News got an exclusive look at the treatment called PrEP, shorthand for Post-Deployment Rehabilitation and Evaluation Program.
How many service members have traumatic brain injuries?
So it's been estimated about 20%.
Dr. Brian Merritt is the medical director.
Is there a person or an event or a situation that made you think, this has really been worth it for me?
I would say seeing the patients with their families afterwards, because that's what's going to be there regardless of what happens with their future with the military.
If you go on your toes, it'll help the plane go nose down.
Using virtual reality technology, the therapy team retrains the brain after battlefield trauma impairs balance.
And we'll be using the jets here in a little.
An underwater treadmill reduces chronic pain and rebuilds confidence.
I can actually associate those things.
For many, this inpatient program is also the first time they've actually met with a therapist.
It's because it takes the emotion, it takes the feeling out of it.
Service members stay here 6 to 12 weeks for what doctors call a holistic approach.
There you go.
So it's like I'm peeling an onion. You take a layer at a time, and each layer you'll find a different problem in that, and you have to find that solution.
It's like getting the help becomes another mission.
It does. It becomes...
Deputy Commander for Special Operations, Vice Admiral Tim Szymanski said the program is part of a culture shift in the military.
Folks are coming forward, and we're showing them that they can return to duty.
The Tampa program only has 12 beds.
You pick out every white card that you see.
But there is new momentum to expand so other warfighters can heal.
All right. Yep, beautiful.
I plan on being able to influence my soldiers on the front lines to help them to get the help they need.
Fischetti told us that he is working on relationships at home after years of keeping them at arm's length because he wanted to shield them from the hurt he was feeling.
Catherine, thank you. Wow.
Thank you, Catherine.
It's such an important program.
Yeah, and for people to speak up. I like how he said at first I didn't even know I needed the help that I needed. It's so important to talk, get it out in the open, and to know that this program exists.
Yeah. And unless those guys come forward, tell their stories, it makes it easier for the guys behind them to do the same.
Well, the most important part is people are listening.